All right, so good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bookmap webinar. As every Wednesday, we have a live trading session with the purpose to educate traders on the setups and the strategies that are working the best in the market. So first of all, read your disclaimer. Remember that all what we share on the Bookmap screen shares are for educational purpose only, not to be treated like investment advice. So we had Bookmap with us, for example, in the last event that we had in Denver back in October 2024, another one in New York back September 2024. Every time we were screen sharing in the room, trading live, and we were using Bookmap as one of the tools that we use for confirmation and, of course, to read order flow. So let's start with the plan. We have over here this morning Tesla. We have also some small caps over here that are moving up. So we're going to define which stocks to look for the morning. Let me know if you can see the screen share good. Over here you will see the Bookmap. So I will actually focus more on the small caps for what's about the streaming because we have a 5K account that I'm having this challenge, and I'm looking to trade, of course, with a 5K without margin leverage, only small caps. And instead, with other accounts, bigger accounts, I will also trade stocks today. Remember, 10 o'clock, we have data and everything. What I liked a lot is Tesla. So it has been like, one of the best gainers, being that we short long in the room, Nvidia as well, and also BABA because it's high volatile. We have AIFF from yesterday, so which is moving a lot. We can see it over here this morning. Had an extension till 12 and back down. For newbies, I wouldn't suggest to look at IFFF. More looking at XILO. We can have also DKLI. I'm looking at Visa. If we can have another pop to trade, will be very interesting. So Visa is one of the stocks that we trade a lot in the past. We have also, let me see right now what it's running. TRNR, which is an SSR. But let's look at XLO, okay? So XLO, we're gonna keep it over here on Bookmap. So we have a stock on XLO with very small float. This stock has around 35-40 million float. So not super low float, pardon. We have an institutional around, Jtrade tells me 15%. So around 15%. We have previous faders and runners 50%. We have also news over here of collaboration. This stock has some dilution, has some bag holders, but remains the key level for us, $180 and $2. So only, I'm sorry, only if we will see $180 and $2, okay, we will be able to trade it. Okay, so which stocks are you watching for the morning, team? We have XTIA, low pop. We have IFFF, TIVC. Some traders are looking the Qs, Tesla. So XILO, Visa, DKLY, TIVC long. Okay, let's look. So TIVC is a sub $1 stock. So XLO, my goal this morning is to trade this if we can get the 150 VWAP. So at VWAP over here, if I see a big heat map, I will trade it with half size. And in this case, what is my half size? Well, I have 5K to trade. No, we are doing this small challenge. I'm also trading large caps on other accounts, but small caps on this small account on Jtrader. So we're gonna get all the 5,000, no, half of that. So $2,500 in shares. So a little bit more than 1,000 shares, like 1,005. Because VWAP is so attached to the J lines, okay, around 10 cents over here away. If instead we get more pop, 180, so this area of consolidation, near the supply area of $2, okay, you can see also over here on Bookmap. In this case, I will trade full size. So we're gonna take, I'm sorry, the full $5,000, okay, in shares. Okay, guys. Next one, KDLI, LY. Only interested if we can get around 215, 222 short. AIFF, day 2. So look over here, team, how this is really attached to the VWAP around 1040 and J-lines over here 1050, so all together. So potentially this could bounce. If we see volume, we're gonna long this and sell into the 1160, $12. So let's see if we can have a curl, so a cup pattern over here. We have also Bookmap. Okay, I have this up. So if we ever hold the price at the gate holding 1040, we're looking for that 1160, $12. Okay, I like these day 2 plays for the long. But of course, first I want to see a bear trap. Everything that I'm telling you is based on stats and is based on setups that we have tested over the years. So it's a precise playbook that we trade. UPST for now, nothing. WISA. Okay, I was looking at WISA this morning. It came a very fast gap. So let's look at a few stats on WISA. We have 49 million float. History of fader in the last 8 gaps, 62% with average every day, 1050. It's a license agreement. The stock is what it is in the sense that we already traded this multiple times. So ideally, I would like to see the key level of 150 and 170 to trade a short. I'm not looking to long something like WISA unless we'll see a huge amount of volume. And you can see this volume over here this morning was pretty weak because this is a high forecast fader. Stock quit, bag holders, toxic, history of fader, and so on. So what I'm looking is mostly a short 150, 170 level. Okay. What else we have over here? TCRX, nothing. These are all the way down. Maybe VCIG. Let's see VCIG if we can have more extension. NAOP died. Okay. So for Tesla instead. So yesterday we had the price closing around 330, actually 327. This morning gap down play, we reached the 320, big extension this morning, so we had a major pullback to the upside, 337, then we failed. Yesterday with an A+ setup for short twice on Tesla, one for more than 10 points. What I'm looking today is for a confirmation of the rejection of 330. This means that if we have a pop this morning to 330, 331, I'm looking to short this. And if we break the low of the day, so 325, I'm looking to add more on pops. Target will be this 320, okay? So I'm looking for a short play until the market won't reverse. So until Tesla won't reverse on Tesla over here. We have SMCI, which had a pretty good pre-market push. Now we're actually fading. So if we have pops into the VWAP 4280, 43 and rejects, I'm looking to short play over here. BABA looking for a major short. So you can see the gap pop over here and fading all the way down. This morning we had this 847 beautiful rejection. This is one of the favorite setup that I like to trade. So if now we have pops into the 116, 116 and 40, more to trade over here. Nvidia, I would like to see a pullback into the 131, 131 and 40. Okay. In the meantime, I'm continuing to look at the scanner if we have anything more coming up. So we have, I'm looking at key levels on WISA. So for now, very low volume. So WISA major key level is a 150. So we can put over here a level at 150. We have also another interesting level over here, 165. And then a 190. So we're going to look at 165. And 190. Let's see if we can have this. I didn't take bars yet, so I will only be trading this if we have enough push. Okay, I'm gonna look over here, bars. So I'm still looking, traders, for the scan if we have anything. If we have anything more. No. Bueno, otra cosa. So I'm looking over here at Wiser that is pushing 140. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back, old bull. So you can see Reclaim over here this morning on AIFF with volume. So they're actually using this view up in J lines, and this is the volume. Won't take any trades before the open. We're looking at 1050, but even better, we'd like to see a fake breakdown of 1030 and then a long position, okay? So what I'm putting over here is AIFF. So the first plan is going to be a 1030 fake breakdown and then long on Reclaim. This is a washout long. And the second is going to be instead extension spike to 1150, 12-ish, to short on stuffy move. Okay, we have Bookmap for this to see also these things, and we can use it I'm sorry, together with the tape. For the morning over here, still in a position on the small account. We have X low that for now it's simply fading. So this is our, say, major fader for the morning. As we said, we're looking for 150, trading this F size at that point, or 180. WISA would like to see over here more extension to the upside. Morning, Pedro. Non posso fare il Boros, c'è un problema sul loro server.
Ah, ecco, in generale quindi.
No, solo per me. Quindi non posso fare i trades.
Adesso stanno guardando.
Okay. 7 minutes to go. Why is it 150? So you can look at your levels over here. Pardon, my bad. You can look at your levels over here on a daily chart. And this is the reason why I'm looking at 150. Okay, so I'm always looking at levels where we had multiple points of intersection. And this, I would say, is one of the key points to keep when you keep levels, when you take levels. The other one is instead when we have high volume days. For example, this day over here, we traded the high volume. So this low, so 187, 190, I will put over here a new level. Okay. What else we have over here? A day where we traded 3 million, it's not that much. We traded over here 7 million. So we have also this. So we can put 166, 190, and 150. Okay, so WISA. $160 still going. Looking also at the company, as we said, we have JTrader. The company has no cash, has an S1 on, has plenty of dilution, 221 also warrants, okay? So we have a company with no cash, plenty dilution, wait for backside, stuffy move. Tesla, you can see traders that we had already another VWAP rejection and J-lines rejection over here. Okay, wait for the gate, key support 325. So we want to see a breakdown of the support and shorting pops, or ideally a pop to 331 and fail. Okay, so Tesla on watch. All right, team. Let's see if we have plays. So I'm looking over here at WISA, rejection 166. Still pushing, so I will be waiting for shorting. Vediamo qui, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking over here, team, at this 168. Short coming up over here, so at 164 now. Short coming up on WISA. So watching. Short play 167. So took this on a major account, not unfortunately on a small account for the challenge, but 167. The reason why you can see over here J Slim, this is part of our system. Risk is 171, target 140, okay? Wait on a small account, I cannot trade simply both at the same time. Mi ha detto che potrebbe essere fixed, vediamo subito, è andato di riavviare, quindi devo rimettere. All right, let's look. $168, watch over here. So it should fail over here, guys, to the 140. And that's what I want to see. Let's see if I found an trader, just an trader. Would like to see another pop 165, so we'll take it also on a small account. Come on, give me a little bit of pop 165. Anybody a short team on WISA? So I'm holding 164 on large account and nothing yet on the small account. We have the VWAP over here. So now VWAP can hold and push. Or let's see if we have the unwind. Let's look at Tesla. Nothing for now on Tesla. Wait a little bit. Nvidia, J-line rejection for a short play. Xilo, look over here. VWAP 152 short. You need a stuffy. IFFF, not short yet. WISA working. Grazie Zintra. Mi hanno fatto mancare un trade da 400.
Lo so. Sai che facciamo? Farlo?
Sì, sì. Dillo ad Alexandra.
Io lo scrivo io.
Sì, sì. Sì, fatica dopo dire, volevi fare il trade lì. Sai.
Io dico perché non era attivo che tu fai il challenge.
Sì.
Poi io dico.
Non scrivo niente male stesso però. Xilo guys, yep. VWAP over here. Okay. When you see that, you simply look for the heat map. You can see over here this heat map. 154 fader. IFF over here, no short yet. KDLY, I want to see $2. And let's see what happens over here with this VWAP. Remember that WISA is still at that pre-market high, holding VWAP, okay? So still need a fill on the small account. So we're looking for a push. You can see in this 66. I want to see a little bit fake out this 166, stuffy move, and then shorting the small account. We'll take the full size that I can with a small account, and we go from there. So the point is waiting for the right setup where you have the high conviction. Also, WISA is easy to borrow with Zinto this morning. Remember what we said, don't short IFFF until 12 and look to buy the J-lines. You see this level over here, you see that point? That is your J-lines, okay? So if you took it, guys, very, very good. Okay, that's the dip at the gate. Okay, so this is the dip on IFF per long. Simple setup. This is a J-line curl, okay? What we always look to trade. Still watching over here. Let's see if we have a J-Slim. Still on WISA. Patience. I'm sorry. It's very much like a scalp mode, WISA. Gets the 166, 167. You see the heat map right away, they start dumping. Okay, so we have a lot of sellers into the 166, 68, 67. This for now is a gap and extension play. You can see, well, I'm not screen sharing on YouTube this, but I will put this in the trading room. So you will see the forecast the system is giving over here, a gap and extension play, okay? We're still trying to push over here, right? Look at 167. We have a little bit of stacked resistance. E nella zona, sì, vediamo se fa un J-Slim.
Zona sì c'è. 160.
Ok. This needs a fake out.
Questo non lo c'entra.
È più basso, però bravo mi ha detto.
Qui c'è questo.
I want to see a fake out team of the 170. So what's in 170 for fake out, then load. I will load more on the large cap account, sorry, large account, and also on the small account, I will take the trade. You see how they're dipping into this VWAP and popping? Remember what we said, AIFF, day 2, per long play from Dayland. This was the plan from the pre-market, or 12 plus for extension, short only if we have a stuffy. Short it, risking 2-3 cents. On Wisa, add on large account. If we remove 170, we'll get out, and then I can re-enter. Dimmi se c'è un error qui.
Su questo c'è.
Mhm.
Non è confermato. Went away. Sparito. C'è di nuovo. 25. 22.
Careful, because if it breaks 170, it can push.
Freccia sparita. Freccia di nuovo. Prova io. Ora nuovo.
Pop over here, risking 175.
Freccia.
Let's see if we can dump finally. adding over here to the position.
Faccio su 3 minuti anche.
And only on the larger cap account, large account. So I want to see in this case the stop at 173s, 174s, and we have to see if we can break down this 160. Yeah, add over here some at 166. Questo qui è perfetta nella zona. Sta
Sì.
venendo fuori adesso.
Sì. Se rientro.
Xilo finally.
Qui c'è un'altra barra. È un po' fuori.
Out because it's not moving as I want. So I prefer over here to take a cut. You can see micro cut, 2,000 shares, $50 waiting. Let's look at IFF over here, still pushing. This is going team.
C'è un'altra freccia però.
Sei fuori da qui.
Sei fuori. Però fuori.
Watching over here this volume on AIFF. So what I'm doing right now, why I'm not longing over here? Well, a long needs, first of all, a curl on the VWAP. It's curling over here, but also this 172, 173 is stacked with resistance. Now, sorry, if you break the 173, this can really push the upside. So that's the reason why I took 2 cents cut over here on Wiser for the short. The reason also to short for me is that the high forecast fader, okay? IFF over here, hai visto l'imbalance? E poi è andato giù quello dopo, su IFF.
Oh, ok. Vediamo se questo rientra.
Start watching team for the 220 short over here on KDLI. Why is that some dump? Why is a dump? Why is a dump to the J line? So if you're short still, hold 130 a position, cover like half of your position, 2/3. I'm not in. And you got over here scratch, break even. Directly into the J lines over here. So generally when it gets the J lines, 148, 150, now we'll bounce a little bit. And a buono.
Anche se è un po' fuori. Aveva fatto una freccia anche qui.
Yeah, the point you can see now, oh yeah, I held there, I'm great, you know, but the point is you have to be careful when you have this setup over here very tight to the resistance, okay? So, or you do like me, you take a stop break even, or you put the stop as soon as it goes away the 73. In this case, paid. Also, you can see the trend line break, so good for a short. I prefer, like on a small account, to cut this. Let's see what else we have. XLO fading for now. AIFF, don't trade if you are a newbie. KDLY only for F220. UPST is down the over that we set for the long players, remember, on the large caps. Hai fatto anche un J-Slim.
L'unico posto che non siamo rimasti è perché era fuori. Però io sta dentro.
Start watching, guys, KDLY. Okay, so we're gonna put this. So this morning we're looking into the stock. I'm gonna say a few things about it. We're gonna also put it here, KDLY. So on Bookmap. So KDLY, let me take it back up again. This is very good. We have a micro float stock. Previous gap, this was not a fader. We have also over here insider 50%, institutional very low, 5 million market cap. Okay, the company is what it is in the sense that very small market cap, doesn't have cash. We have some warrants at 633, so there's a long way to go. Look at the volume over here. Okay, so this is a breakout now, the pre-market high. KDLY on watch.
Yep.
KDLY. Vediamo se ci abbiamo con l'imbalance.
Qui la zona. Se qui conferma.
No, non è.
Fuori un po'.
Non è fuori totalmente.
Deve andarselo giù.
Okay, I'm looking over here in case we stop to take borrows for this high day fake out short. Not yet short. Still waiting. The level on KDLY, remember, is 220, a strong resistance. Look at volume over here. We still don't have sellers, so I'm actually waiting. I don't see the sellers. We have some resistance over here, 236, which is now. $240, still going, daily breakout. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, don't short KDLY. Breakout daily, strong volume from VWAP. Wait, sit. So we have over here WISA. Okay, good if you're shorted. I was looking at before AIFF. Okay, so lower high. Visto che lower high divergence. But I would avoid AIFF for newbies. This is the high and this is the lower high. And look at KDLY. Okay, above the pre-market high going. Not available. Okay. Wow, got an imbalance. 253. Yeah, to okay. Some rejection over here, 250s. I'm not shorting any front side over here. Okay, I want to see a low, lower high, and then I can short something like this. But again, we have to be careful because KDLY is on a daily breakout. So if you look over here, the daily, okay, this is set pretty good. 30 million almost volume traded, so it could eventually push even more. So only if I have the lower high, we'll look to take this short. Why is unwinding more? Let's see. Tesla over here. No play yet. If you start curling on Nvidia, could be a bounce play long, but for now I would simply wait. AIFF. For now, making lower highs, lower lows, but careful because this can hold and still push back up. So I'm gonna cover over here wise on the large account soon. LTBR is pushing. Want to see 133, 130 on WISA. CELO for now fader. We have the gap and crap. And careful over here in KDLY because they can still, traders, they can still push, okay? We're above the pre-market high. So take this as scalp. can see over here what they're doing. What I like about using the order flow, and I'm gonna share some examples over here. This is what I mean about AIFF, okay? First of all, you see very, very good these kind of patterns like here, like here. So let's see if I can adjust this 1 second. There we go. So the level over here of 14, right? So we can see, there we go. The 14 over here, you can see the beautiful over here. This is an absorption or soak, but you can see how this works. And then it's simply dumped. And then over here, the bounce from this level of support, so you can take the long play. This was XLO. You can see that we had over here a push near the seat map, and then fade over here, VWAP. WISA is the one that we were looking. This was the dump. You see right away sellers came and it started dumping. And this is KDLY. So KDLY from the VWAP, we start seeing this green over here coming in. This is all like buyers. You see this? This means like, at this point you can hold if you're long and stay for the long side. Some sellers, these red dots, again buyers, and then again sellers. Ti voglio far vedere. Guarda. Vedi questo che più in giù?
Yeah,
Vedi che però questo è più alto?
right. E sì.
E muore. Vedi questo che è più alto, questo è più basso, questo è più alto
Sì,
e muore.
puoi seguire soltanto quello.
Ha fatto la stessa cosa prima su WISA.
Dovresti fare solo quello. Guarda quale faccio lì.
Guarda adesso.
Sì, sì, sì. Però quello è semplice.
Questi quelli non mi fido perché vanno via.
No.
Questi sono meglio.
No.
Qui c'è la conferma di questo. Perché vedi questo? This is this. And this and this.
Però ti basta guardare quello.
And look over here, guys. The AIFF. So this is 50-50 in the sense that you have no edge over here. You have to look at the larger time frame. Larger time frame is that we have a daily breaker with a lot of volume. Yes, on the 50-minute chart, this is generally the chart time frame that I use. You can see this major spike, but it's still not a backside over here of the move. Okay, so AIFF, no backside yet. We have, remember, daily breakout with volume. So if shorting plays, only scalp. Remember to use the setups, okay? What are the setups? Well, this morning you had the dip into the J-lines and the long play over here. KDLY still above the pre-market high, so careful because this can still bounce. Remember, when it's above pre-market high near 10 o'clock, I don't short. I don't tend to look for a short, but more for a long play. WISA is our fader, high forecast fader. Now is below the J-lines. Target is going to be 130, 120, okay? WISA TP 130 and then 120 is a high forecast fader. What does it mean, a high forecast fader? In this case, we don't have a 80% plus, but a 70%. So it fades more time than how it runs. This means that in our backtesting, in our tracking, this is a good play to short, okay? Metto qui su FF, vedi questo che è più in alto, vedi questo che è più in basso, ma l'ha fatto anche qui, e poi boom.
La prossima volta farò. Ah sì?
go back on Tesla. So dipping the J lines, we are looking at NVIDIA. You can see the difference. NVIDIA over here didn't dip, and Tesla over here dipped. Let's also look at Bookmap. And look over here, guys, again, KDLY, how it's dipping to the VWAP and pushing. Okay, this is the VWAP on Bookmap will always be different than, for example, DAS or others. There's always a little bit of discrepancy. So we're looking at Tesla. I wanted to share this with you. There we go. So this is the dip on Tesla that we see over here. By the way, KDLY is still pushing back up. Careful, as we said, is a daily breakout with volume. And that is exactly what I mean by we have the long play. So we have this level over here. We can put this, right? This is a major support. So it tells you over here we have a support. And then we have over here, we can put this, okay? This is your support. Why? We have J lines and VWAP all together with Bookmap. So that is your long play. Okay, so this is where you will look to enter on Tesla when you're looking to buy dips. This is a big influence. I love that setup. I cannot trade Tesla on a small account, but this is a Tesla A+ setup per long play. And then of course Tesla could be the day that, you know, like yesterday with the rejection, it went down for 13, 15 points, or it could be maybe a scalp only for a couple of points, okay? That's the setup that you have to look. Okay, let's go back to KDLY. And that's the volume over here. So careful again, guys, daily breakout, okay? Don't be stuck with the idea that you have to trade this. Key level is going to be 280 on KDLY. At this time, at this time, I always consider these high volume plays like to avoid. As we said before, the company has a small float, multiple flow rotation. It has no cash. And KDLY has that 50% insiders. But over here, as I said before, I don't see any major short play. If you're short, it will be only for scalp. $280, we have a daily level over here.
Yeah.
So why 280? Well, look over here, team. we can put even a weekly. Okay, so I was looking at this level here. Let's put a little bit more time, 3 years. I can definitely go back with, so let's put it here. I can definitely go back much better with a trading view. And then we have this 350. 350 is the major level. Why is a boom 138? CeeLo, if we curl at 150 and stuff, we can short more there. So it's very important for me as one of the major things to help understand when we have faders and when we have runners. Okay, so look at CeeLo already pulled back from the pre-market high. This is the pre-market high around $2, and then a fader. Okay, so what was the plan at the gate? Trading 180 full size or 150. Remember, half size. This was seems like small gain, but it's still like 25 cents gain. So if you trade like your, I would say 10,000 shares is still like your decent amount of gain. And why you can take 10,000 shares or even more? Because you have 3 million volume. So it's very, very widely traded. KDLY, pardon. Once we are at 10 o'clock above the pre-market high, yes, you can short. If you're a short seller, you can take these, like scalps, but you have to be very careful. In this case, you can see the level, fake washout, and then push with that high volume over here. So now it's making a bull flag. Unless some stuff, unless some fake out, I won't really lose any time over here trying to short it. AIFF, morning, J-line curl. In pre-market, what we did, we shorted this stuffy. We covered here a partial. This was the long play. I personally didn't take it. This is the high, lower high, and now back to the deal. So again, if we see over here a big support level, and that's the reason why I'm using Bookmap. And we see, for example, a heat map. These levels over here are to long play with very low risk. UPST, we gave the long alert over here in pre-market. So J-lines and VWAP, this was pretty sick. Visa, my risk management, yes. So over here, down $50. So scratch, had 2,000 shares and 8,000 shares on, sorry, my bad, on the large account. We will share after the charts in the trading room. Then I was looking at SMCI this morning. So I had no setup over here. The only level I was looking for a long play was 44.50, 45. Never got there, not interested, no setup, so I'm waiting. Nvidia, nothing over here, for example, right now. Rejection, Tesla, we had the long play over here, and now break even because you have nothing else. So let's see KDLY. Okay, so another fake washout and push.
Push again.
Yeah, I believe, yeah, I'm with you guys. I believe we're going to get that 310, 330. Absolutely. Or, sorry, 310 or 350. Grinder, volume, flow rotation. I didn't find any news on KDLY. Let me know if I didn't perhaps see it or you saw anything. $310 over here. We have a resistance. So thank you, Williams. Let's see. KDLY companies, healthcare and healthcare data company involved in opioid treatment. No recent news. Some pumping on Discord. Yeah, that is strange. Jet is saying possible sympathy to LFTY. That is simply strange, buddy. That is running like this for a pump. And that's, again, you can see AIFF from the J-lines. Remember what we were saying before. You can see the volume over here. How I see the volume. Well, look at these dots on this curl, okay? It's exactly this over here. So that is the volume that you're looking at. This and this. Okay, so I'm explaining over here the pattern afters, AIFF, J-line curl, VWAP, volume, and we have what? I also saw delta imbalance. We can talk about these. So looking at your KDLY trend, is still uptrend, still making higher lows or highs. Don't short it. Stay always on, I would say, on the safe side, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Play safe.
Because I've seen so many traders in the years blowing up. So careful, okay? If you see advanced and pro traders doing it because they have a bigger account, their risk management, but always follow your strategy and you're always, I would say, responsible for your money. You can never say to this trader, oh, you made me enter, because the decision at the end is yours. What I suggest you to trade our playbook because it's a conservative way of trading and it's based on patterns. So we have a playbook with all the strategies that you can trade and simply follow those. And then use order flow tape to have that edge. Thank you, Bear. So Bear is saying we have warrants around 650s. So a long way to go. Good if somebody is long. So XLO 120, possible breakdown fader, target $1. AIFF, no short. This is still long play. UPST, we said the long play was, look at the watch list. Our long play came from here and from here. WISA, I'm not in the small count. Fader, so 120. CFB gel, LTBR extending. This actually was a pretty good move. Let's go back on Tesla. And Tesla again, another another dip for the long side. This time, I don't like it too much. Well, I don't like it. I don't have to say it like that. It's not an A plus setup anymore because it's 10.15, it's sideways. We are in a range. So even if this played out good, we had a confluence again, VWAP, J lines, key level. It's not an A plus setup because we are in a trading range for 30 minutes. Okay, so even it worked, it's not an A plus setup. Also, at this time of the days, try to refer more to a 5-minute chart. Okay, TIBC is moving up. So TIBC, if we're looking at the daily, I wouldn't touch it until 0.65, but I would love instead more 0.85, 0.90. So we have those key levels over here, resistance. Volume was traded, so let's wait for those. Let's see. We have some pumps over here from, I see on Twitter, on KDLY. Thank you, William. You're very precious as usual. So look over here, the stuffy at KDLY. Still not a backside of the move. What we can see over here is our trend line. Still not a backside team, okay? Still not a backside over here. So besides that, not too much. XLO over here, I missed on a gap and crap. KDLY, no trade for me. AIFF, no trade. WISA trade, the good level, but simply cut break even. So team, a few notices over here. So we're gonna have on Friday a special webinar at 1 p.m. East. This is gonna involve me explaining of setups, and I will share statistics. We'll go over long and shorts in small caps and large caps. Remember that strategy we trade also used for futures. We're gonna share also the results of some of the, I would say, good and traders that are coming out from the room. And actually I'm gonna share what they did, what they're doing, their strategies. So you will see other different ways of trading, always based on the setup that we play. Another thing I would tell you to simply control your ego, because I've seen traders that sometimes they fight too much a trade or an idea, or they want desperately to be green. Not every day you're gonna be green. Wait for the the A plus setup, the day where you simply know you're gonna make a lot of money because everything aligns, and in those cases simply trade size. Okay, so thank you. In the meantime, I'm gonna be back in about 30 minutes. So if you want to see more of these Bookmap webinars, you can simply join us in the room. We have a complete series of lessons explaining in detail what you have to look for long and short, so that you can trade these setups and these strategies by yourself as well. Thank you. See you back in 30 minutes, and good luck for your trading.